Hello, beautiful, blessed people. How are you doing? It's another great Saturday today, and my name is Janet Wize Priscilla. You can call me Jenny. Bringing you back Diversity in Unity show. You always watch this show every Saturday morning, and of course today we are here back again, and we are thanking you so much for having chosen to all watch all TV today. I hope it's going to be a great day, and I hope it's going to be a great show. So keep watching. And as usual, we have a lot in store for you. We have a lot to inspire you because the show brings you a lot to inspire, educate with the best of the best guests that we bring you today, and recent or previous shows that we have done, and we appreciate all your comments, all your likes, and if you keep on telling us, giving us the feedback, and giving us comments about what you want to learn. We are here for you to inspire, to educate you, and to learn together about how we can live this present, we can live the future, and how to be the better versions of ourselves. It's a great day. So welcome back to the show. I'm Jenny, like I said, and I'm not alone. I'm with my brother Eli here in the house.
Yes, Jen. Nice to see you again after some while.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eli.
Yeah, how was your summer vacation?
It was so amazing. I've been good. I've been doing good. Ups and downs, but life is good. And I see you in yellow. You're really looking great.
Thank you.
So, how was you?
Yeah, the summer, I think it was not myself. It was the hottest and sunny summer ever experienced.
Actually, the hottest season for me was so short that
Yeah.
this rain is really shocking me, and it's making me forget about the hotness we have experienced.
But now we are back with freshness of rain
Yes.
season, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are back. Diversity in Unity, the show that you watch every Saturday morning. And remember that we have always the best topics for you. So diving into the topic of today, Eli, can you tell us the name of the topic we're having today?
Yeah, the topic is all already displayed on the screen.
Yeah.
The topic is right to inherit.
Right to inherit.
Yeah.
If you are a woman, if you are a girl, please, you don't have to miss this show, because this is where you're going to learn a lot that you didn't know about yourself, a lot of the rights that you didn't know about yourself. Maybe you knew it, maybe you didn't consider it something strong to hold on to, or something that is really clear outside here in the world.
Yeah, back to traditional background. Back many years ago,
Yes.
we used to consider
in
male
the period
as
of my grandmother.
yeah, even our parents
Yes.
as male as the hires of
Yes, there's
but we will see based on what we will quote from the law governing this inheritance matter,
yes.
but also we quote from the big book, the Bible, the mother of all books.
Of course.
Yeah.
The place where belongs all the wisdom.
Yes.
So we welcome you once again to this show. We welcome you once again to share and discuss with us this topic that is named, or that we have given a title, right to inherit. If you understand inherit, of course you know it's about something that your parents have, that you have, that your children are going to own, something like that. So you inherit something that someone owns because you share blood because there's a blood channel between you and that person. So we are going to talk about right to inherit, but we would also like to know what you think about this, because we don't want you to listen to us. Just go back to the ancient time, come back to today. What are the
Yes.
changes? How were your grandmother inheriting from their parents? How are you inheriting from your parents today? So what are the changes? Why do we have the changes? And are the changes good? Of course, we're going to see how good they are, because I believe that people have not complained nowadays about inheriting, but some still complaining. This is why we come with this topic, to make it clear, to make you aware of what you have to be aware of, something that you really all have to be knowing, because it's already written in the law, it is talked about in the Bible. People have started to understand this, and it's getting better in the society.
So all the way from their neighborhoods, either it could be in town or in countryside,
Yes.
they can share to us how it is
Yes, please give us.
practically
We
in
want
their
your comments. We want your comments
Yeah.
to tell us what is going on in the society, where you live in the community. How do they understand the right to inherit? Is
Yeah.
it equal to the boy and to the girls? Is it the same thing, or are we
Yes.
still facing the ancient problems that our grandmothers used to face? What is going on? Tell us the changes, and tell us how are you appreciating the changes, or how are the changes affecting you, or what is going on that is making some of the people not understand the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we said, we always have someone to back our ideas, because sometimes we bring ideas on the table that is just according to my age.
Yeah.
Because I know that everyone has experience, but we have people who have more experience and who go through this a daily basis. Maybe they are working through this, or they are working in a field that is related to this thing, because we have different organizations that are talking about the right of women, the right of a young lady, how to promote, how to empower young ladies and women in general. So we have a big guest. We have, oh my God, it's so amazing to have this guest, because all the way from Nigeria, we have a guest. It's amazing.
So I think without further ado,
Yes.
if we can first of all quote from our situation here in Rwanda.
Yeah, let's share the situation here in Rwanda, what the law, the government has told us,
Yes.
or has put for us to understand and to know how should we follow this rule of right to inherit.
For sure. Yeah, just I will quote from the law number 27/2016 of 8th July 2016, governing matrimonial regimes, donation and successions
Okay.
here in Rwanda, of course.
Yes.
I will go down just from article 53.
You know how to read the articles. Me, I'm not familiar with the articles.
Yeah, it says persons called to succeed. What
Okay.
we call here kuzungura.
Yes, in Kinyarwanda.
Yeah. The article says that a person alive or represented at the moment a succession opens is eligible to succeed, including any unborn child. You can understand.
Even those ones who are not born.
even unborn
Oh,
child,
wow.
provided that
That is so good.
he or she is born alive. Of course,
They consider.
if he is born or she is born alive, automatically he's or she is eligible for succeeding any property. Then the article continues telling us that the disappeared person may be entitled to succeed where he or she is assumed to be alive. What we were talking about.
Okay.
Government and public or private entities with legal personality may be entitled to succeed under a will where the estate is comprised of property to which they are eligible. This is Article 53. Then 54.
As the article.
Yeah, I will quote just
was the right topic.
I will quote just three articles. Then Article 54 is called Equal Treatment of Children in Succession.
Wow, that's an amazing title.
Then legitimate children of the cadres. This is law technical term. Succeed in equal portions without any discrimination between male or female children.
We really should be so thankful. We should be so thankful to the government of Uganda,
for sure,
because we are all favored.
Then 55 is about hair. Starting from the day of the opening of succession, a person entitled to succeed by way of a will or under law is called a heir, as long as he or she accepts it.
As long as he or she accepts
this
it.
This was published in Official Gazette number 31 of 1st August 2016.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much, Eddie. So referring to that, I hope now everyone watching OTV, the show Diversity in Unity, is trying to understand, is coming to understand what we are talking about. We are talking about inheriting from your parents, the succession on inheriting, or your children inheriting from you. I hope that wherever you are, you have one way or the other, you understood, or you heard someone talking about this, or maybe you have faced this issue in the family, because I hope that the laws said, everyone has the right, unborn or born child, and of course it's not something imposed on you by force. It's your right to accept or not refuse this, because you might want to inherit, you might not want to. So as long as you accept, then you have the right to inherit from your parents, like the law said, which we are very proud of, because we have known that from the ancient time, our grandmothers have faced a lot. If you marry somewhere, then you don't belong anymore to the family where you belong. So we're going to go much deeper into this. Let's welcome the guest of today. Like I said, my goodness, we are so glad, we are so blessed. She flew from all the way Nigeria to Kigali, and she's here today. And we are going to know much about what is Nigeria thinking about the right to inherit. Are they facing some issues? Are things clear now? Are things better? Should we learn from them? Are they going to learn from us? All of that we're going to discover, but we are just going to take a short break and know who do we have today, what is the profile of this guest, and we are going to come back after this short break.
Yes.
Welcome back. It is the show Diversity in Unity that you are watching today, Saturday, and I hope that you are enjoying this show. Thank you for having chosen to watch OTV this morning because you're learning a lot from this show. So, like we said, you saw who we have today. It is our guest from Nigeria that we have today on this great topic, right to inherit. Let her introduce her name, but I'd like to say welcome and welcome back all the way from Nigeria. We really appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome.
Nice to be here this morning.
Thank you so much.
So, most warm welcome from Rwanda. Here we say hobe hobe,
Yes.
which means our heartfelt hug.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you.
yeah,
Mirakoze.
yeah. Thank you,
Wow.
Marcos.
That is something that you just learned.
Yeah.
Murakoze. Okay. So how do we say Murakoze in Nigerian language?
Nigeria has different language. For my own tribe, you say
Mhm.
Kabo.
Ekabo. So Ekabo.
So, can you just greet?
Ekabo for coming.
Can you greet some of them watching us
Yes.
right now
Please
in
give
your
a greeting
mother
to our
tongue?
people
In
in
my
your
mother tongue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí. Inú mi dùn púpọ̀ láti wá síbí báyìí láàárọ̀.
Oh my
Wow.
God, the only word I heard is Ekaro.
Wow.
That's good morning. I said
Oh.
good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here this morning.
Oh,
Wow.
wow, I should learn that language. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It sounds good, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have Rachel Arowolo. This name has been hard for me to pronounce, but can you please say it in the right way?
You're actually right, Rachel Arowolo.
Oh,
Yeah.
welcome back,
Thank you.
Rachel.
Thank you so much.
So this is diversity, and we are here today in this topic about right to inherit, like we have said, like we have introduced, and we hope that you're also going to be sharing your ideas, what you have experienced from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes, and how do you feel about what we have said from our part of this continent here in Rwanda?
Actually, I think that African continent as a whole has a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
And the difference is majorly in the implementation. What it actually means to people, especially at the grassroots
So,
level. So
Yes.
I think we have a lot of similarities, and of course there will be differences as we go further in the conversation.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. So we have been experiencing a good season for me in my generation because we don't face much of these issues in inheriting. But let's say about Nigeria. Let's come to Nigeria. Are things clear, or are you still struggling?
Legally, in the law,
Yeah.
male and female has equal rights to the inheritance of their parents.
Yes.
But it comes down to the grassroots. It
Yeah.
comes down to the family. It comes down to the tribe that you come from. Nigeria has 3 major tribes and like 250 ethnic groups.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it means that what is obtainable in my own tribe might not be obtainable in another tribe.
Yeah.
What is obtainable in my own ethnic group might not be obtainable in another ethnic group. Generally, when we talk about right to inherit, it means that your father, your mother has something that they've worked for. It can be
Yes.
landed property, it can be vehicles,
Yeah.
it can be houses,
Yes.
it can be even money, ATM can be something to
Yeah.
inherit actually. So
Yes.
it means that they've worked for something and it's your, and you as a child,
Yes.
you as a child,
Yes.
what's your take when they've passed on? What are you entitled to? And this conversation is actually a very interesting one because women and girls are usually the one who bear the brunt of, let me not say losses, in terms when it comes to division of inheritance. I'm going to start with my tribe, but before we go into that, I don't know if you have any question before I go into that.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start with it's like 2 ways. What access do a woman as a wife
Yes.
have to the inheritance of the household,
Yes.
you know.
Mm,
And then
yeah.
what right does a child, maybe first child, second child, last child, like a girl, you know, a girl child now has to the inheritance of the father or of the parents. So I'm going to speak to that in like two folds.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, in Nigeria, the customary law gives us the authority, like, or the right to have equal share to the property of our parents when they passed on.
Yeah.
But
Both girl and boy.
yes, both girl and
Wow.
boy, we are supposed to have equal access.
No.
But there are certain peculiarities that I feel when we talk about right into inheritance that we're not considering.
Yes.
The first peculiarity is that there are some households where the woman is not legally married to the father.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
people, you know, wake up, they were dating, then
They moving
got
together.
cohabiting, or maybe the lady got pregnant
Yes.
and they started living together and they were not legally married. Or
Oh.
maybe as they go on, they did this thing called traditional marriage,
Yes.
which is like engagements, you pay dowry, and then you're good together. But the law does not recognize that.
Yes.
So when the father dies, what right does the child
Yes.
have in the
Yeah.
household?
Yeah.
That peculiarity is there. The other one is that there's this saying in my tribe. I'm from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria.
Oh, you're. Oh my God.
So
I'm going to come and visit.
please come. So there's this saying in Yoruba that says that you don't go to court and then
Oh.
come back and be friends. Like if anything happens and then you take me to police station or you take me
Yes.
to the court and then
Yes.
maybe they settled it for us. I had to pay some fine, or you are right or I'm wrong, and then we came back. We can never be friends. There's this saying like there that they used to say. So it means that if someone's die, the tendency of invoking the law on the person is slim. Because the family will be the one to decide all of those things.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to say, oh, you are legally married, the customary court says this. And if you don't involve the law, if you don't involve the police, if you don't involve maybe go to court, this law that we're talking about that gives equal rights to male and female might not actually work.
Oh my
Because
God.
of course they are not aware.
Yeah.
And people that you are even talking to share this property might not be educated.
Oh,
They might not know what even
They
the law
don't know,
says.
yeah.
So it has different peculiarities for different households, different tribes,
Yeah.
and different religions.
You guys have a lot of tribes. You still have a long way to go. To make people understand, even those who are not educated. You know, sometimes it's going to require some informal education to walk around the village and talk to people.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but anyway, I think they're making some progress.
Yes, we are. Of course,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, as you have heard about our situation here, the law is clear. But when it comes on, as you mentioned, legal marriages, actually this law is especially dedicated to those legal marriages. Concubines, there is still some.
There are still
even
some
gaps,
issues, yeah.
here.
But I
But,
think here in Rwanda as well, for
yeah,
concubines, there
but-
are still some issues.
Yeah. So even we have what we call as the law was saying about donation, succession. Here, donation is all about what we call here some gifts, like we call it here umunani,
Munani.
that you give to
Your
your
kid,
children,
your children.
when you are still alive.
Yeah.
In your
Like you
free,
can give them land, you
free
can give them
will.
a house. Yeah.
Any force you give to the one you want to give. No, so here the law is clear. That's why we are trying to compare what is in
Yeah.
your homeland.
Yeah, and to make some
compared
people
to
aware,
here.
because
Then we can share
Yeah.
together those similarities and
yes.
produce a common understanding about it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming once again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but back to who she is, back to how she is much working in the field of public health and working with different people. In the profile that we have had of yours is that you have been currently you are the programs manager of Preco Academy Rwanda. You're an alumni for several professional fellowships and leadership programs. It's a great, it's a great profile. So we want to go back to this work that you are doing. How do you, like, you face different problems or different, situations of women or girls who are facing some issues in their families or who are facing some issues within siblings, brothers, they don't want to, something like that. Either wherever you have been, here in Africa or not in Africa, here in Rwanda or somewhere else, Nigeria especially. So please share with us what is going on. Is the society understanding this? Are we coming to a good I can say to a good level of understanding this? Do we still have a lot of issues to deal with? Are the really people who are supposed to understand this, like treating girls and boys equally? Is it coming, or?
If you can share to us briefly about this Picro Academy here in Rwanda. What's about this academy?
Yeah, because she's working there.
Okay.
She's the programs manager.
Yeah.
Okay. So back in Nigeria, I used to work in the not-for-profit sector.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But here in Rwanda, the organization I currently work with, Preco Academy Rwanda, is a for-profit actually. And it has to do more with education, professional trainings, and all of that. But
Yes.
I'm just basically going to ride on my background on the work I did in Nigeria before,
Yes.
coming here to Rwanda.
Yes.
And then I'm going to share from the experience of even my own personal experience from what my family, for instance, has even
Yes.
also gone through. So for girls and women that I've worked with, it's interesting to know that things are changing, especially in urban centers. A lot of awareness programs like this, also comes up in online, even physically, to raise awareness, even with those stakeholders now, the old
Yes.
people in the communities.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this experience about a time I was in a community in Nigeria, and then we were trying to talk about issues of female genital mutilation in one community, which is also one of the issues
Yes.
with inhabit the girl child's rights. And then one of the man we met there told us categorically that if my girl child,
Yes.
gets married to another family, and the family is saying that they don't want to carry out female genital mutilation on their child, that is none of my business. But if a girl is marrying into my family, marrying my son in this family, it's a must. This must be carried out. So it means that fine, we can say we are getting some kind of progress in terms of awareness for the girl child and what they should have access to, but a lot of work needs to be done, especially in peri-urban communities, in rural communities, because that's where our root is.
Yeah.
African has this culture of not wanting to disobey
Yes.
the elders, because we
Yeah.
believe they know much. Even
Yeah.
when you don't totally agree with them, you can't voice it out.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, I don't. It's not really our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more work needs to be done at grassroots community. So I also said I'm going to share from personal experience, especially my father comes from a polygamous home.
Oh.
And they have like two wives. My grandfather had two wives. He's late now. So when he
Yes.
died, there was this rancor about how to share the properties, or who gets what. We have two rules, like rule of paper that people use. The first rule is that all the properties will be shared equally between the two wives.
Yeah.
So if you have 5 kids, the property will be, the property that is given to, if the first wife has 5 kids, the second one have 3 kids, the property will be shared equally. So it means that if you have 5, you're having the same thing as someone who has 3. That's one rule. The other rule is that we are putting all the 8 children together, and then we are sharing all the properties equally between the 8 kids. So it depends on what your family wants to use.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, people have this conversation is going, but it's a good thing, because we need to talk about it more,
yes,
because in some tribes in Nigeria, for instance, once a woman marries into their home, into their family, you are no longer part of your father's family. Yeah, you are no longer part of your father's family. Then it also means that in this new family you're coming to, you might not even be part of this new family, because you are married into the family, you know. So it keeps, so when the man's died, what happens to the woman? You know, you can't go back home, you cannot stay here. I know that in 2014 Nigeria, there's this a lot of conversation about right to inheritance. People were like, so what's the stake of this man? And sometimes even if you go on Twitter, you see people bantering about it to say, so where do I belong as a woman?
Yeah, exactly.
So currently I'm married, but I still bear my father's name. And there are
probably even having children.
Yeah, so I'm married now. My surname is still my father's name, because in Nigeria, when you get married, you're supposed to change your name to your husband's name.
Yeah,
it's a must.
Yeah, people think it's a must. People say it's a must, but the family I married into is not a thing. You should change if you want to, but it's not like they are forcing you to change. So it means that people are beginning to see, there are a lot of changes that are beginning to see when it comes to the right of women in homes, in, you know, the right of a girl child and all of that. Unlike in the olden days, it would be a must for me, you know, to change my name to my husband's name. Is like compulsory. Yeah, but so going back to where we started from, my work in Nigeria, you know, in the grassroots communities, shows that things are changing, but it's not changing as fast as it should be. There are a lot of, you know, communities, there are a lot of families where they hold on so hard to this culture of dominance. You know, the stakeholders, the
and like you
uncles,
said, the children, they don't want to disobey.
You categorically cannot, say much, and that's just about it.
Still a long way to go, but we will reach there. I believe that I can see a progress, I can see a change, and I believe that the generation that is coming is going to be a change. It's going to be a great change, and I believe that as people are now like talking much about the human rights, the right about the right of everyone equally, I believe that people will come to a great level of understanding how the boy has the same rights as the girl has the same rights. So those rights of the girl should also be obeyed, should also be considered in the society. I believe that we're going to change that. We are a good generation and we are learning. So we are also ready to start acting towards what the society is facing. So Lee has another question for you, but I guess he also wants to know more about the Pre-Call Academy.
Okay.
So it's all about promoting gender equality and gender balance. As we are sharing experiences, here we said agahugu mucho.
Akandu.
It means,
so that is a Kinyarwanda term.
It may differ from one country to another, but we have some similarities. I think Jenny,
like we don't have that thing that when you marry to a family, you have to get the name of the husband.
We
don't have that.
For me, I think it's a good thing.
You stick with your name.
It's a good thing. No,
but by the way, it's a good thing to change to your husband's name if you like it. But if you don't like it, then
I think you will remain with yours and added with the new family's one, I think.
Okay, some people do that. They put like an hyphen, but I already have a long name. You know, now hyphen it and adding my husband's name is like
that is a long name already.
So this is primary right. You have the right to have the name you want. I think in some extent right must be respected, not forcing someone to change her or his name. I think it is a good thing, but if it is from your own will, I think there is
there's no problem
nothing
with that.
wrong there. If I hope that Jenny Venish will take the family of her family-in-law to be. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I don't want a long list of names on my identity card, please. But Rachel, please tell us more about what you're working like.
Yeah.
Like the experience from your work since you have started working, because I believe the field you are in comes with working with the people. So please share us, like, do the old people understand? Do they come to an extent of understanding that what he owns or what he has worked for, that children should really inherit that, especially women? Like, we have sometimes a girl who can get pregnant at home, and the parents are not happy with that. Sometimes they chase her away, but can that kind of parent come to a level of understanding that she also has the right to inherit?
That's really like a tough one. You know why I said it's
It's
tough
really
one?
tough.
Because this is like something that these people have been doing for ages. Like in my culture, when someone dies, even relative you've not seen for years, they suddenly come to the house and then start deciding, this is what we do for 7 days, this is what we do for 8 days, this is what we do for 40 days, this is what you're supposed to bring as the first child, this is what, if as a first child, if you are married, there's something you need to do, maybe like buy like a whole goat, kill like a whole goat, buy certain type of clothes, cook certain type of food, different peculiarity. This is something that these people have been, doing for a lot of years, day in, day out, and then coming to talk to them, especially for us in this generation that we feel we are enlightened. First of all, they are coming with that notion to say, oh, you think you know more than me? Something I'm doing. So I feel that one thing we can do to change the narrative is intergenerational dialogue. Yeah, we need to like talk to them. We want to learn with the mind of we want to learn. So why do you guys do this? Oh, okay, you do this because of this. Oh, interesting. So why can't we do it this way? Oh, don't you think this is because it's a lot of money? It's a lot of money, bringing those people together, cooking because you have to cook, you have to do this, you have to do that, and it's so the dynamics is so interesting for me, and that's from my tribe. I know that like the certain tribe in Nigeria, like the Igbos, they also have their own peculiarities, where even as young as I don't know the age, maybe 15, 20, so far you're a child in a family and you died, it means that you are older than even the oldest person. So they also have a right of celebrating that person. Although in my tribe, if you're young and then you die, it means that it's a sad incident. They might not spend much. But from that side, so far you are dead, it means you are older than even the oldest person. So they still have to go through the rites. So now coming from that angle of having a lot of people, I think what we can do as a young person, aside intergenerational dialogue, is also to talk to our parents when they are still alive. Because one thing that also holds ground is that I know that old people don't like writing will. Because they assume same as health insurance. So people say, no, I don't need health insurance because am I saying I want to be sick? Do I say I want to die? That fear of
they
death.
Want to stay like mountains.
They want. And you know that death is like something that will happen whether you like it or not. So the one thing we can do as young person is also to talk to our parents. How do you want us to like share your things, bury you? What do you want us to do?
Have that conversation before.
Yes. Although it's not a good thing to say, Mom, when you die, where do you want me to? What do you want us to do?
I think parents are the ones to initiate this first.
So,
some
but most of them don't.
Want.
It's not even some. Most of them don't initiate.
Like, who wants to initiate the conversation? Like, when I die.
Yeah, this is what. So we need to like get to a point where we can, start that with them, because anything they say when they die, if you like play this or show the what's it now, maybe a book or a note or a letter, and then show to the family, it holds ground.
Like
because I remembered my paternal great grandfather. I think I was 4 when he died, And then one of the things I had was that the house he built that I was living at that time, he told them that I'm alive now. You guys did not paint my house. When I die, you should not paint my house.
Imagine.
Yeah, you should not. And the house is just there. It's not painted.
Some houses remain like that.
Yeah, it's not
for years
painted.
and
It
years.
holds water. So I feel that aside the generational dialogue, we should, as children, we have the right to talk to our parents about some of these things because they love us so much. We know our parents love us and they wouldn't want us to suffer. But these things, right to inherit is not often decided by people you are close to. It's not often decided by your mom or your aunt that you see regularly. It's decided by people who are like very far, like extended families that you don't even know how to approach, how to talk to, you know. So if they can, our parents can have the understanding to share those things with us verbally, orally, you know, even written down, it will go a long way in protecting the rights of their children and especially of the girl child.
Yeah, thank you so much. So coming to the conclusion of this topic that we have been discussing about, I hope that people who are watching this show are also trying to now discuss among each other. But we are not telling you children to start conversations that are going to hurt your parents, like to start harming them and telling them, Dad, you're going to die, this and this. No, please. Even if you initiate this conversation, try in a proper way that is not going to make your parents feel like this
wants me dead.
Yeah. The children, they want me dead, they want to take over. But we are also not telling you, if you are children or if you are siblings, we are not telling you that you don't have to work, you don't have to start searching for your own ways of living. You should work, of course, because you inherit because your parents are no longer there, but you also have to work because at the end of the day also going to have children who are also going to inherit from you. So if you have not worked, what are they going to inherit? So we would also like to quote from the Bible because the Bible also says about this, which is a great thing because like we said, the wisdom belongs there. So this is quoting from the book of Numbers, chapter 27, verse 4 to verse 7. I'll try to summarize this. It says, "Why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he had no son? Give us property among our father's relatives." So Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord said to him, "What Zelophehad's daughter are saying is right. You must certainly give them property as an inheritance among their father's relatives and give their father's inheritance to them," which is clear that the Bible also supports that we have the right to inherit equally, boys and girls, from our parents.
Gender, everyone has right to inherit.
So coming to concluding this, Rachel, please give us a homework. Give us something to take home about what we have discussed on this topic, because we can take a long time and talk more about this. If you're watching, please go on and have dialogues among you, talking about this topic, and keep developing more ideas of how can we make this awareness come to the whole Africa, especially because this is where the situation is getting hard to understand. So please give us a takeaway, give us a homework if you want to. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just build up on what you said the last time about getting skills and having enough education as a woman and as a girl child, because when you have the skills and you have education, you can get a job that you want and you desire, have your own money, have your own properties, and inheritance will be like a leverage for you, not like what you're depending on. So I would just say that because personally, I can't remember the last time I slept in my father's house, and these days there are new designs coming out, even for houses, for cars, for, all of those things. Inflation is happening, value of money is dropping and all of that. So it means that whatever your parent has right now, if you have yours, it's really a good one, right? So you need to work on yourself as a woman, as a girl child. You need to build up your skills, your capacity to have your own money. And also as a parent, it's your right to also protect the interest of your children while you are alive and while you're gone. You need to think of all of these things. Death is inevitable. You need to protect them in a way that even when you are not here, they would not suffer. So I think the homework for both the parents and the children now is that we need to work together to ensure that whatever inheritance that your father is leaving for you, it's a leverage. And you as a parent, you also also need to work with your kids to write some of those things that I've said down, to say this is what I want, this is what I want you to do after I am gone, so that you will not suffer. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Yeah, thank you so much as well, Eli. Thank you for the show of today, and I hope that everyone watching OTV has really enjoyed this, and we have a really had takeaway from Rachel. I hope that you're all going to start talking about this and start understanding this. Days will come where we will find the society, everyone understanding this, which is going to be a great level, but we have to work for that. So thank you for having watched this episode of Diversity in Unity, and we are going to be glad to have you next Saturday in this show again. Joining us, please give us your comments. We want to know more about what you think, about what you want to learn from us, Diversity in Unity. And we also like to appreciate Diversity in Unity team members who are not here. Yes, and we also want to say that we want to wish you a great day, and please keep watching OTV. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.